Hello everyone, welcome to a Create with Kiely art tutorial video. In this video, we will be looking at reduction lino blocks. This is a simpler one than other videos that I've posted where we're just going to be working with two colors. A very nice and easy, quick thing. But even though it's supposed to be easy, it's still a challenge. Like as you can see, I did several attempts with this. This was my first draft and, I was playing around with, and I felt like it was like Neapolitan colors and all I could see was ice cream. So I didn't like that one anymore. I did a little bit more research and messed around. Like I don't know if the camera picks it up, but there's a whole bunch of times where I erased, messed around with things and just played with it. And I still wasn't terribly happy. And then I came down to this one. I didn't color it in like I told my students to because the bell was about to ring and I just wanted to get into the lesson. So I chose a complementary color scheme. I'm going to be printing on purple paper with purple ink. And I have a little yellow spot. There's a myth about a crow stealing the sun from a wizard and brought light into the world. I'm just summarizing it really quickly. So I kind of like the idea of the crow with the bead in its mouth. And then when I'm out walking my dog, I always notice crows moving around in flocks of 3. So I wanted to put in my own personal observations of crows, and the brothers are up in the sky flying around. So I have some plans here, and I've planned out how I'm going to carve my lino block. So we're working in square lino blocks. Don't need that anymore. Square lino blocks, they're just these rubbery things. They smell kind of funny, but they're great. So once you have your line art done, approved and okayed, it's quite bright. How's that? That's a little better. There we go. What you're going to do is flip it over, take your pencil, and we're going to make graphite transfer sheets. So in this course so far, I reflected that I've taught you a lot of ways to move images from one spot to another to manipulate them. I've shown you if you just flat out trace something, you can get your base proportions correctly. We use the X plus diamond hashtag transfer technique where we could enlarge or reduce images as we pleased. This one is a straight moving something to another spot. We want to take what we've drawn in our sketchbooks or on loose pieces of paper. If you want to take it out of your sketchbook, go ahead. If you want to take it from place A and put it onto place B. So we are just going to cover the back. I might have to sharpen a few times. It doesn't have to be pretty. It just needs to have a good layer of graphite on the back. So look, it's not pretty. Who cares? You take your lino block, put it down, take your artwork, and you're going to feel for the edges of your lino block. And I'm kind of putting a little crease here, making sure that it's on nicely. Not too bad. I'm just using my nail to kind of crease it. So it's centered. It's kind of gripping the edges. All right, take my pencil and just trace over my line work. And the graphite that's on the back of this page will magically transfer onto the green lino block. Work smart, not hard. And before I totally whip the paper off, I'm just going to check. Just a quick little peek. You can just see it. That doesn't look too shabby, too bright, not bright enough. I need a professional lighting crew. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm going to take my graphite transfer sheet and put that off to the side. And you can sort of see it. There it is. Okay, so it's just this, it was super, well, super quick. Instead of having to redraw it from scratch, it's much quicker than that. Okay, so now I am ready to carve my first my first round of carving. There we go. Okay, so Lino block carving tools. I have a bin of them in the classroom. It's not very neat because I leave it up to students to tidy up after themselves, so that's funny. There's a couple different types of handles, a lighter orangey red and a darker red. So both of them, you just loosen the top and you're going to take a blade. And yeah, these blades are sharp enough to give you like a paper cut. Like it may draw a little bit of blood, but only if you're being foolish and unsafe. Same thing as like the construction teacher's equipment down there. Yeah, you can hurt yourself because if you're not being safe with the material. So same thing with these guys. They do have some potential of harm, and you should know that. They are, but they're not that crazy. They come in a variety of different types of blade shapes and sizes. Some of them are big, round, U-shaped scoopy things. Ooh, scoop. Some of them are V-shaped scoopy things. Wait, turn it that way. Maybe you can see. You'll see when you get here. Yeah, you look on the back of the blade. On the round part, there's little teeny tiny numbers etched into them. This is a number 10. Some of them are missing there. Oh, this is a 2. You have to find them. So we're doing lino block carving. Whatever you want to keep the color of the paper is what you're going to carve away first. Start with a big space if you can. And so choose a big old comfy round blade. So for these ones, there's like a little crescent hole. You stick the not sharp end in firmly, and then you tighten it. Okay. Here's where the safety component comes in. My hand, my non-carving hand, is going to have to hold the lino block still. Okay. You must keep this hand parallel with the blade. No carving at your hand. Okay, that's where kids, they're busy, they're all into it, and then they start carving towards their holding hand, and that's when injuries occur. So you just have to make sure that even if you're twisting your lino block or you're moving in different directions, that this hand is always parallel. It's the lino block that rotates underneath you, not the blade. Capiche? Also, when you are carving, you're skimming the lino block. So let's see, side view. There we go. Okay. You're going to skim along it like you're grating cheese. We are not stabby McStabby faces and going straight down at it. Okay. So nice smooth carves. You can adjust the depth of your shredded cheese bits by lifting and lowering the handle. I know I want my cuts to all be horizontal. So here we go. Oh my goodness. Can you see? Yeah. I'm getting close to my bird where I want to stop. Maybe I'll come back out. So I don't accidentally carve into him.
I started cutting out vertically like this. Is it okay if like I curve it a bit on my way up because it's like all curvy and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can mimic the flow of it.
Oh.
Right. So like I'm doing street because it's landscape. I'm trying to emphasize landscape without actually having to draw the silly thing. But you might want to emphasize movement, which you do. Which you do. So start to curve your thing.
Curve it
and just mirror like a ripple in a pond. Make your strokes the same direction as the snake.
Okay.
So even if you miss bits, it'll look cool. Just trust me.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can carve right to your edge. You can carve right off. I'm playing around with a possible border, but if I don't like it, I can take it out later. Oh my gosh, I went right through there again. Nice. Into the garbage can, yep. Yep, good work. I will be demonstrating how to ink tomorrow.